first.
Oh, late.
Okay.
Dude, I've been trying to get on. I had to restart the computer twice. It let me into live streams, but showed a black screen. You guys weren't there.
Yeah, so that's the same thing. Well, Keith wasn't there till like 2 minutes ago.
3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, guys. So get this. You guys are watching us live right now on Reticulous Radio. I'm Conrad.
That's not Josh. Something late. He turned into a ghost. I'm Keith.
Yeah, he disappeared. Yeah, and that's Keith.
Hey, I'm Keith.
Yeah, he's Keith. This guy.
I'm actually a screenshot.
Yeah.
I thought you were kidding when you said we were going live.
No, I thought he was too, and no. You should know he doesn't joke.
I already
No, he
clicked the
doesn't
button.
lie.
I already clicked the button before you said anything.
Yeah,
We've been live since like 8:56 or something like that.
Oh, with just like the intro going and shit.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, that's pretty dope, though.
Well,
so
not
does
intro.
that intro?
Not an intro,
Like-
but like the starting soon screen.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah.
So how's that week been? Yeah, anything exciting?
No. Not really.
Josh, didn't you guys just had like eggs and shit?
Yeah.
We talked
just
about
had
that.
eggs.
We talked about that last week.
Oh yeah, we did. Wasn't that?
sure, bro.
Fuck,
Here, you
that
wanna
was
start?
last stream. Damn.
Show him your shirt. Oh, stand up. There you go. Who's on your shirt?
Batman.
That's Batman.
Batman.
How'd you get a Batman shirt? Oh, did mommy put it on you?
Yeah.
Why did you get a Batman shirt for?
What did you do?
It's your present.
On my present.
Yeah, why'd you get a present?
No, yeah.
Tell Uncle Josh and Conrad you cooked on the farm.
T-Rex. That's why you got a Batman shirt.
Because of T-Rex.
Because I pooped on the potty.
Yeah.
There you
Good
go.
job. Keep it up.
Congratulations, dude. It's like a big step towards going to school.
Okay, he's running it tonight. I'll see you guys later.
Say hi.
Taking over.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm doing.
Can you say, welcome to Reticulous Radio?
Nope.
Nope.
Batman shirt.
Who's supposed to be out here with you guys?
Brendan.
Oh, I might want to send him the link. Huh? It always happens like this.
What is so funny?
Now my phone runs.
You so
All right, hold on. I gotta send him.
Okay. Can I have this back now? Can you even hear me?
Nope.
He's cracking up. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna take
Yeah, we can hear you.
I know you can. He can't. Here, wait. Actually, I should be able to take these out.
I want to turn. Nice.
What?
You can hear him.
So I did find my house today. That was sweet.
There's an echo, I think. Or unless you're just moving stuff.
Echo on me.
What is so funny?
We're just gonna have an hour straight of this kid laughing. It'll be great.
Screw it. It worked.
What?
T-Rex.
Is he wearing a Band-Aid on his forehead again?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a fashion statement.
Yeah, I know. That's why I could like barely see it there.
He's cracking himself up. What's the T-Rex say? Bro.
You should have them teach everyone about different kinds of dinosaurs.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, say puppy. Say puppy. Oh. Say puppy. What's on your slippers?
he just goes like this. He says, until he's out of screen.
Last night he put on his Paw Patrol shirt. He goes, puppies. Super aggressive. Okay.
Alright.
Hey, sir.
Gotta change the content.
We're gonna start the stream now.
Like I said, it could just be an hour straight of this. That's cool.
Little do you guys know it's actually on a loop.
Right.
Okay. Say bye.
Say bye, everybody.
Bye, Dylan.
Come on.
Did you get a drink?
No, I just want to say
Oh.
Hey, are we live on Facebook and everything, or
Yeah.
just YouTube?
Sorry. I
Facebook,
didn't know you were live.
Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube.
Oops. Come on, Anna.
He's still laughing, running down the hallway. Oh my god.
You're a wild child.
He's crazy. I don't know who he gets it from. Wow.
So, if you guys don't know, oh yeah, I did send him the link. We're just waiting on him to show up now. But I found morels, right? Did you guys eat morels? Did you guys like look for morels? Have you guys ever had morels?
Nope, and nope.
Is that a mushroom?
It is a mushroom.
That's a mushroom.
It's a highly sought after mushroom, okay? And I'm not a mushroom fan. I'm not a mushroom guy. I don't like mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms on anything. I like mushrooms at all. I don't want them with my eggs. I don't want them with my pizza. I don't want them with my burgers. I don't want them with my steak. I don't like mushrooms. Okay. I'm assuming they do.
That just
Like
sounds
an
like
oven.
Mushrooms are delicious.
No, okay. Morels are delicious. That's the only kind of mushroom I will eat. Okay.
Dude, stuffed portobellos, man. Fire.
No, that's okay. So, back in the day, like 5-6 years ago, my roommates dared me to like take a bite out of a raw portobello, and it's like the worst experience I've ever had in my life. Like, it was so gross tasting, and the texture was so gross, and like just everything about it was gross.
I don't know. Jamie said everyone around there's been hunting them.
I like mushrooms
Yeah.
on steak hoagie.
Exactly.
That's about it.
That what?
Or what were those mushroom? Or those fried mushroom? What the hell did you used to get them?
Oh, like fried mushrooms.
Yeah, a little.
I don't know what kind they use for that. Probably just whatever the basic mushroom is.
Portobellos are typically your basic.
No, portobellos are big, flat.
Yeah.
These are like the little small round ones,
Oh,
Button
right.
mushroom.
like you cut up and put on pizza and steak.
Button mushroom. Yeah.
And button mushroom.
Oh, yeah, that's what I took a bite out of, and it was gross.
I used to eat that like they were fucking Pringles.
Dude, there's gross. How?
Just straight up, I rip open the plastic and just start munching on them.
Okay. So if you like mushrooms, you really gotta try morels.
And
Like you
I
have
don't
to.
know. I also used to eat oysters. We'll still eat oysters, like straight up out of the can. Everybody hates those.
Oysters are decent. Like, I don't know. There's just something about mushrooms and black olives. Those are like my two, like, I cannot do's.
Green olives suck.
Green olives are,
I like black.
no, green olives. No,
You know
No,
what?
the fuck?
You don't like black olives?
You know what?
Yeah, black olives are gross.
I was gonna say, you know what I don't like about black olives now is they don't fit on my fingers anymore.
Yeah, they definitely don't. They don't.
What the
I try it every Thanksgiving. It doesn't work.
what?
You know,
What is even going on here? Who the fuck puts
never-
fucking out?
That is
No,
the-
I've never put out. I don't.
You gotta fill up your whole
olives?
hand before you can eat one.
Yeah, and you pretend they're like little eyes. Like,
Yeah. There you go. What kind of challenge
No.
do you have?
No, we don't do those kind of things, I guess. I mean, I probably would have if I would like ate stuff like that's the only thing I'm picky on. Like I'll try almost anything else. Any kind of ethnic food, anything really. I just don't like mushrooms and I don't like black olives. I don't know. It's like a flavor thing to me. I don't know. They just have this weird flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's very strong, I guess. It's got a strong flavor.
Not really.
Maybe.
yeah.
I don't know. If you put mushrooms on pizza, you ruin the whole pizza, though,
Most
because you
people
can
don't
taste it in every
As far as
bite.
like the
mushrooms,
texture thing.
yeah, but olives.
Yeah, olives, same thing, though. Like if you put olives on pizza,
That's like I really like cucumbers, but I hate the fact that you taste it 10 hours later.
Cucumbers.
mhm.
Yeah. All right, he's here. You ready?
Yep. That's
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Hey guys, how we doing? Sorry about the.
He froze already?
He's almost here.
Almost.
No. Uh
Psych.
oh. I don't see him yet.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, there he
You
is.
see him?
Yep.
There it is. Hey, how's it going, man?
How you
Oh,
doing?
are we working out? Can you guys see me? I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Good.
Pretty
Good.
good.
Oh, very good.
Well, thanks
So,
for having me on. First of all, sorry we're a few minutes behind. I was telling Conrad there, I got a little bit chewed on trying to get one of the kinkajous out of their cage. And
Yeah,
my
that's what-
female wasn't being overly abiding tonight.
Oh man.
He said the bite
Yeah.
bad, but the bacteria.
Yeah, the bacteria is. It almost feels like a low grade venom bite. I mean, for the next 4 or 5 days, my thumb is going to blow up like it's nothing. The cut doesn't look bad. I mean, in fact, right now there's a normal Band-Aid on it, but it's going to be to the point where I have to soak it every 45 minutes over the next couple of days to keep the infection from getting covered up. It gets
Wow.
pretty bad.
That's crazy.
Wow. So what? So you do like educational? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what we do is we visit schools, we visit nursing homes, we do library programs, we do birthday parties, you name it. I mean, if somebody's willing to have us come in, we usually bring anywhere from 8 to 10 animals. We do about an hour-long program with them. And in the summertime, we do a lot of fairs. Well, normally we do a lot of fairs and festivals with our petting zoo. We do pony rides and stuff like that, and have some of our exotics out for it.
Oh yeah.
So how often does do your kinkajous bite? I guess that would
Well,
be key.
a lot of the times, kinkajous are very unpredictable. They are extremely territorial. My male is fantastic, but my female gets a bit of a bug up her ass. This is probably in the year that I've had her, about a year now. This is probably the third time she's gotten me, and every time it's my fault. You know, I mean, I'm not paying attention or something. I let my guard down, and they'll turn around, and what they have is very long claws. They'll reach out. They're lightning quick. So they'll reach out, grab you, yank your thumb towards you, your hand towards you, and before you know it, you've got an inch-long incision on your hand.
Damn.
Yikes.
So yeah,
So
they
definitely
don't
not a
have
beginner
pets.
pet.
What's that?
Definitely not a beginner pet. Then is what you're saying.
Not, to be honest, I wouldn't recommend anyone in the world owning kinkajous. They are terribly unpredictable, and they don't make good pets at all.
What's going on, Adam?
Good to know. So what got you started into the hobby of owning exotics and reptiles and stuff?
Well, that's actually a fantastic question. So, growing up, my mom can say one of the earliest stories she ever had was when I first met my stepdad when I was 4 years old. I walked up to him, I stuck my hand out, and I said, "My name's Brendan, and I'm going to own a zoo one day." And my mom has sworn up and down, says I could walk and talk. That's all I've ever said that I was going to do. And then back in 2012, I was going to college for biology. I met a guy who does something similar to what I do in a library program. And I got to talking to him afterwards. I worked for them for 2 years. And then I ended up leaving and just starting my own business in the July of 2014. And this summer we'll turn 6 years old, and we're one of the bigger traveling petting zoos in the state of Michigan now.
Nice.
So I'm up in Traverse. How far north do you guys travel typically?
Closest I've gotten to Traverse City is I was in Lake City last year for the 4th of July, for the greatest 4th in the north. We were initially in conversations with the Cherry Festival to do them this year, but then everything happened with the virus and the lockdown, and the fact that they canceled it, that kind of all fell through. But we'll travel anywhere in the state of Michigan, northern Ohio, northern Indiana. If people want to have us and the animals there, I am more than willing to travel.
All right. Besides like traveling for the shows, have you guys ever been up to the Cherry Festival up here?
You know, I went years ago, probably I'm 30, I'll be 33 in November. I probably went when I was 8 or 9 years old. So it's got to have been 20 years, maybe 25 years since I've been. But I've always just heard great things, and I love the Traverse City area. I've done a couple bachelor parties with buddies up there, been charter fishing, things like that. So it's a beautiful area, and I would love to do more up that way.
All right. Well, sweet, man. It'd be great to see you guys up and around here. But so what kind of things do you guys have at your zoo for?
So over the years, we've had everything from kangaroos and lemurs to alligators, caiman, African porcupines, Patagonian cavies, kinkajous. Nothing too crazy as far as overly giant size like elephants and giraffes. But we've probably had close to 60 or 70 different species of exotics over the years.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's definitely fun. This year's taken a little bit of a toll on us, as it has everybody.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, it's an absolute blast. And
So how do you go about acquiring all of them animals in Michigan?
so what we do is we actually work with licensed zoos around the country. If a zoos have baby animals, they'll contact other zoos basically and be like, you know what, we had baby capybaras born. Is anyone interested, in purchasing them? And then you kind of got to fill out the paperwork and everything. But it's kind of once you get to the industry and you start knowing what you're looking for, you can kind of start to ask the right people. And I always kind of joke that it's like a 3 degrees. You can find any animals if you know the right people within 3 people. It's kind of like the reptile world. If you're like, you know what, I specifically want this, everybody knows somebody who did that.
For sure. I think in PA, I think in order to have an exotic animal, you need like a year, so much time experience with that animal before you can have it or something like that. Is anything?
Yeah,
like
I've got some buddies. I've got some buddies who live there in Pennsylvania, and they've told me about the exotic laws there, and it's just so wild to me that you guys can have venomous snakes, but you can't have hedgehogs.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's really good example. Like Wisconsin, prairie dogs are illegal, but you can have a tiger with no permit.
Yeah.
So it's like some of these laws are so ass backwards and written by people who don't know what the laws of fighting for animals are.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely insane.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, you ask 90% of these lawmakers, oh, I want to. Why are you writing this? Why are you telling me I can't have an animal? And they're like, well, that's because you shouldn't have it. And you blatantly say, why can't I? And the best answer they have is like being a child, and they're like, well, I said you can't. Well, you're not justifying anything. I want a reason. Tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Right?
You think you know more than me, but it's incredible. And the best one is when people tell you can't have an animal, but they don't know what that animal is. Like there are states where kinkajous are illegal. I guarantee if you told the people who signed that bill a kinkajou, they wouldn't know what it is. So technically, you can have it as long as you lie and say it's something else. No, it's in the kinkajou. Okay, now I understand. It's a different animal. No, it's a name for it, but you didn't know what the hell you were doing because you're a lawmaker, not an animal person.
Right.
So that's kind of the half the war that we're going on with, whether you're in reptiles or anything else. People hear wild animal and they just assume, that you're going to get your face ripped off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
It's chaos. It really is. I mean, I guess if you absolutely look at most of the laws going around right now, none of them are to actually benefit the animals. This guy was telling me the other day. I said, if you look at, there's like, I'm worried if my neighbor owned a tiger, it's going to get loose and it's going to kill everybody. If someone owns a tiger, they're not letting it loose.
Nah.
Period. And it makes the news because it's a big deal because that stuff doesn't happen. Whereas, you have 32,000 car deaths, automobile deaths in the United States every year. Mm-hmm. And you guys are all snake guys. You know the stats on how people die from a venomous snake bite, captive or wild?
I know it's not.
Man. Yeah, it's not nearly as many as like dogs and everything else.
Less than 3. It's less than 3 actual deaths now, and I don't know what the bite number is, but with the modern medicine and everything that we have, we are under 3 bites 3 deaths nationwide every year by venomous snakes. But we have 32,000 deaths by car. But anybody and their brother can get a car. But if you want to buy a copperhead, you want to buy a rattlesnake, you want to buy anything, I don't care if you've been working with them for 40 years. There are people saying that flat out you don't have that right. Don't be wrong. I think everybody's going to have hots. There's to be protocols in place.
Mm-hmm.
But they're trying to say nobody can have them, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Shoot, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, and then you kept going.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, you're good. No, it's really good if typically if you keep talking, honestly.
Apparently, mosquitoes kill 1 million people a year. I don't know how credible.
Oh yeah, mosquitoes are. I use that example in our programs because we do a lot of stuff with tarantulas.
Yeah.
Everybody's terrified of tarantulas. I could take it out in a plastic box. People pinning themselves against the wall to try and get away from this plastic box. And I'll ask them. I'll say, what's the most dangerous animal in the world? And they'll tell you sharks. Things like that. You tell them mosquitoes, and they're like, yeah, I guess you're right. I said, there's 1 million deaths a year by mosquitoes. Man. You ask those same people how many deaths worldwide there are by spider bite. Again, you're less than 10. That's worldwide.
That's crazy.
The stuff that we're scared of makes absolutely no sense. And it's all because it's all media driven. It's media driven 100 times over.
I heard once upon a time, I forget where I heard it, but they said that coconuts kill more people than sharks a year.
That's that's actually a true stat. I want to say it's like 8 people every year are killed by it. by coconuts falling out of trees. 6 or 7 people are killed by lightning strikes.
Yeah.
8 people are killed by bees, and then 3 people are killed by sharks.
Right. That's crazy.
But you tell everybody, oh, and I mean, look at people go to the beach every year. I mean, it's insanity.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so that's honestly why I can't get into a lot of like sci-fi movies, because most of them are either like revolved around like giant monstrous sharks or snakes or spiders, and like it's all like it's like people have phobias of that stuff already, so I get like it's to scare people.
Well,
But
if
then
you
that's
look
where a
at
lot of
the actual
misinformation spreads.
if you look at the actual concept behind it with sharks, the reason that shark movies work is because they play on that twinge fear, but it's people don't usually fear kill sharks. You know what I mean? They're like, oh my gosh, if I go in the ocean, I could get bit. But you don't see someone screaming, shark, 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 grab a gun like you do with snakes.
Right.
And I've honestly said for years that, next to I'm old, I'm probably older than all you guys. Before Shark Week started, even before Jaws, people were terrified of sharks. I mean, they were bloodthirsty killers. They started doing Shark Week on Discovery Channel. People look forward to that. I mean, they put that on their damn calendars at this point.
Yeah.
And I had openly said, and I had buddies who worked for Animal Planet like that. And I said, you guys need to do the exams. You guys need to do a snake week. I said, if you guys did a week where you did, do zombie snakes and Burmese pythons eating everything in Florida and showed these animals for what they are, I said, I think you guys would change perception and it would be big as Shark Week.
Yeah.
It'd be a good idea, definitely.
As long as they don't call a Burmese a retic, and dude, I see so much on the Discovery, and they're mislabeling. I'm like, oh. And now I know why people go, oh, I have a boa and it's a ball python. I'm like,
I think the best one that I've seen in that regard. You ever see the show Tanked on Animal Planet, the fish tank building show?
Yeah.
They did one for Shaq, and if you go online and look it up, he's got a couple of ball pythons, and he's like, I want you guys to build a tank for my Burmese pythons. And my brothers and I are watching. We're like, I'm sorry, for your what? We had to rewind it to confirm that's what he said. And I'm like, how did Animal Planet allow this to air?
That's us.
That's
it's not, but like I don't know if you ever like just scroll through like the wormhole of Craigslist and like the animal ads.
Oh yeah.
And Michigan, it seems like, has like some gnarly ads on there. Like I've seen, what was it? I saw like a ball python labeled as a corn snake one time. It was, I don't know, just a bunch of crazy shit.
People, that's the problem, is that you do have that stuff. People will buy it, and they don't know what they have, and it's just pure insanity. Or they'll try and tell you. I think my favorite one is like, I'll do educational programs, and you'll get these guys. Yeah, I knew somebody back in the 80s who had a 500-pound Burmese python. It's 25 feet long. But no, you didn't.
Everything was bigger and better back then, apparently.
That's the only thing that I can figure. Everything was just monstrous.
Uh-huh. I mean, it applies to cars, so why not animals too, right?
That's true. Apparently, they were just better at keeping them alive back then.
Oh, quick question, real quick, since I'm still stoked about this. Finding morels yet?
Finding morels? No, not yet. But keeping an eye out. I think it's been. I don't think we've had the rain enough yet down here. It's been periodically wet, but we're not getting drenched like we normally do, and it's been so weirdly cold that they're not popping up. But hopefully soon.
Mushrooms.
I just
like
I just staked out 10 morels in the yard this morning. That
That's
popped
awesome.
up
I say, we
seemingly
haven't seen them
overnight.
yet.
So.
We haven't seen them yet. Maybe I got to find some better spots, but I have not seen one yet.
Oh,
me
man.
and Josh
That's-
plan on going
that's
on
not-
this survival camping trip for a weekend. What was that, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
So
Something like that.
so I bought this book on like survival tips and whatnot, and it had mushrooms in it. And it's like, took a picture. This mushroom is good to eat. This mushroom that looks exactly the same is not good to eat. It will kill you. It was like that for every single one in that book. And I'm just like, I'm just not going to eat mushrooms this weekend, apparently.
That's it's funny. That's generally the safe bet that I've seen. First time I hunted morels, I made the mistake of putting it on Facebook, and half of Facebook told me I was going to die. Half of Facebook told me I was okay. I was so terrified I ended up pitching them in the trash. And I'm pretty sure they were morels.
Same thing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people mushrooms kill a year.
That's actually,
Well, you got
I don't know.
Well, I'm
But
gonna
I bet you people don't fear kill mushrooms.
I do. I'm just kidding.
Hey, you know what though? I have met people with some unusual phobias. I did a program once where I had somebody who was terrified of chickens. I did a program where they were terrified of ferrets. Not that they were fine with spiders and snakes, but ferrets about gave them a heart attack.
I always said, because I have a tattoo on my back that says "No Fear," and I always said I'm gonna get relabeled because realist, I can't eat a popsicle. I hate the taste of the stick. It makes me cringe. That and little kids' book bags.
Yeah.
That like Velcro sound, touch, dude, and old people couches. Old people couches. I can't touch them. I lose all muscle, everything. I hate it.
We're
My
getting
wife
down to
makes
the
fun of me,
nitty gritty.
But the squeaky sound that happens when you walk in sand barefoot. It's like the fingernails on a chalkboard.
That one right there bugs me.
I will cringe up. I'll literally I will stop where I'm at and get a look on my face. I can't stand it. I went to high school with a guy who I kid you not, and apparently it's a real fear. I had to look into it. Had a definite fear of cotton balls.
Dude, yes, I know like 5 people I can list right now that have that same fear.
And it's unbelievable to me. And this guy was a big guy. We played football together. He was a starting guard on our football team. He was like 6'2", 240, terrified of cotton balls. I mean, I'm not talking like, hey, don't come near me. Like, he would see one and he would leave the room.
There we go.
Because I get it though. I get it. It's like the feeling of them, like that. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I'm not like the biggest fan of cotton balls, but like I deal with them.
Oh yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I don't like the squeaky noise they make and the texture when you rub them together and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly it. I think you nailed it. I just like cringed a little bit. All right, Josh. Keith, what are we looking at? Mushroom statistics.
Oh, yeah. Did you read it?
No, it's too small on my screen. Yeah.
So pretty much less than 10 a year. But I don't know if this is U.S. only or worldwide.
You gotta wonder too if how many random ones happen in countries that don't report that stuff. You know what I mean?
That's true too.
I mean, your instinct if you get bit by an animal is to go to the hospital. you eat something, you don't feel good. You're not necessarily. You might be like, I'm just gonna go lay down. You don't think, holy shit, I ate a venomous or a poisonous mushroom. So it could
Right.
be misleading.
Imagine if mushrooms were venomous.
All I gotta say is hats off to the pioneers.
It always makes you wonder, going around the people. Oh, my phone just. There it is. The people that went around just eating random shit outside, and then be like, "Yep, don't eat that again, you guys."
Right. And how many people?
Yeah.
What is safe to smoke? Not to.
It's and not only that. How many people ate the same thing worldwide, and like the news of it just never spread. You know what I mean? There wasn't Facebook or anything back then to be like, "Hey, don't eat this." So people were doing crazy stuff.
If you start breaking down, the human history, and you sit there and you look at it, who was the first person who looked at a horse and said, "I was going to climb on that thing's back"? I mean, a horse. If you look at it for what it is, a zebra, a wild horse, that's a terrifyingly big ass animal.
Right.
And our ancestors were like, "Yeah, I'm going to get on its back. And I'm going to make it." And then you turn that into things like elephants.
Yeah, you really gotta wonder, like,
yeah,
we could be riding deer right now if they would have just thought of something different.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
Oh yeah, by all means. I mean, and you think about that. We had people, what I'm saying, thousands of years ago who were domesticating wild animals, and you have parents now who are like, "Don't go outside; it's too sunny." And you're just like, damn, we really as a species have, we try to say we're more advanced, but we've kind of actually gone to hell.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not nearly as exciting as we were 20,000 years ago.
No, not even close. I can't remember the last time I hunted any mammoth with a spear.
That's true. Now we all hide in trees and we sit up there with, the most high-powered rifle that we can get and try to shoot the deer as far away as we can. And
yep.
Yeah.
We've simplified everything so much. And I'm a hunter, so it's just, even like bow hunting. If you ever get a chance, look up the guys on YouTube who actually still hunt with spears, and it's like the manliest thing you'll ever see.
I always wanted to do that, but
I've actually watched YouTube videos on that. Like
there are guys who go on big game hunts and like hide in trees and like drop like javelin lances on deer, wildebeest, and all kinds of shit. It's wild.
That's sick. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I have to look that up for sure.
Yeah, that is. I think one of the there's been a few videos I've seen. One of them was a bear, and he could not figure out like this electrified like little trap someone had hid their food in, and like he kept like getting zapped, and like something happened, like his nuts got zapped, and like you just see this bear curl up because it's, I'm like, yep, I feel you, bud. But like the best hunting video that still sticks out to me to this day was this dude was bow hunting moose, and that moose was like literally 5 feet away from him when he released the arrow, and like it was like that would be fucking kind of sketchy,
Oh, there we are. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah.
I think the best one that I've seen is they came out with them a couple of years ago, and I can't think of what they're called, but they're basically a reflective mirror, and it allows you to like basically get up on top of the animals because you just walk behind this mirror, and the animals just see a deer or a turkey coming at them. They don't think anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy goes out turkey hunting, and he's walking up on this tom, and this tom's getting pissed, trying to fight its own reflection. This guy gets like 3 feet away from this tom, jumps up, drops his shield. The turkey, I kid you not, like shits its pants, like puffs up and just tries to bolt. The guy shoots it like point blank. I'm like, that wasn't even hunting. I feel bad. This bird is literally just like, why do you keep coming up and advancing on me like, like you're big and bad? Then the guy flies up behind the shield. This bird's like, holy shit!
Man.
Oh man.
So I gotta ask
So,
you guys, did you guys see the Tiger King? Did you guys watch it?
Yeah.
I have not yet. I still haven't watched it. I don't know. I've read about too much of it on Facebook, and like
You gotta
Josh
watch
keeps telling me to watch it. Yeah. See,
You gotta
Josh
watch
keeps telling me to watch it, and like everyone's telling me to watch it. I'll get to watching it. I will.
It is
Yes.
such an absolute train wreck. That's what makes it great. You ever drive past like a car accident on the freeway and you don't want to slow down, but you do, and you stare, and half the time you take out your phone to show your buddies. That's what Tiger King is like. And it's interesting being in the animal industry because we told people the story of what was going on between Joe and Carol for years. Right down to he tried to have someone hired to kill her, and people would look at us like, "You're full of shit. This isn't real." And I'm like, "No, there really is a geek cowboy who ran for governor of Oklahoma, who owned a zoo and tried to pay a $3,000 hit to kill another zoo owner because he pissed him off." So like, you're full of shit. No, this is true. It's interesting to see it come to light. It really is. It's worth watching.
Yeah.
It's just such a
All right. Yeah. So what's been one of your favorite animals to work with?
Oh, one of my favorites to work with. I really do love big cats. I've not had a ton of experience to do with them. I've worked with them a handful of times. Probably my all-time favorite experience was working with elephants. Obviously, you guys follow me on Facebook, I'm a huge advocate for circuses. So there are people I believe that those animals lead better lives.
You're kind of cutting in and out
Elephants
there.
are such intelligent creatures.
Oh,
I'm sorry, is this better?
yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah. Now you're good.
Sorry, my service. Okay, cool. Elephants are such intelligent animals, and people try to sit there and they're like, that's how you guys train them. Is you abuse them, you beat them down. Elephants know that they can kill us without trying. I mean, if an elephant doesn't want you to do something, or doesn't want to do something, you can take a baseball bat to it. And if it gets pissed at you, it's going to take that bat from you and stuff it up your ass. I mean, there's no breaking the spirit of an elephant. That's what I'm saying. And I probably worked with elephants, one of the best experiences I ever had. Because prior to that, I really didn't know a whole lot about the circus industry, and I kind of had the same mentality as so many other people, that they're not taken care of, life is really hard, blah blah blah.
I'll be right back. Yeah, just
I saw
keep
the
going.
love and the compassion we'll have with these animals.
All right.
You guys
Yeah,
there?
sorry about that.
Mm,
Yeah, sorry about that.
so here.
Sorry, someone's just at the door.
But it's probably elephants and then big cats. It's a little bit cliche, but they really are a joy to work with when you actually get to spend one-on-one time with them and really do start to build a bond.
Right.
And then even beyond that, big crocodilians. I've spent a little bit of time. I've had American alligators for 8 years now. I've been raising them. That's another animal people don't understand just how intelligent that they are. Reptiles get such a bad rep. Oh, they're stupid, but reptiles are unbelievably intelligent on the level.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's for sure. So I didn't know if you had anything to show off on stream. I know I asked you like before we went live, but I think that's how you got bit by a kinkajou. So I'm not like really trying to press the issue here.
Well, that was actually I was planning on doing this because the timing of it, our lemurs and everything are usually curled up in sleep right now, and they get really stressed out at night because they don't see well. So I had said, oh, you know what? We'll bring a nocturnal animal on. You know, our kinkajous are great at doing this. And my female just decided, nope, we're not having it today. But in the future, if you guys let me do it again, I'll make sure I get her up a little bit earlier, and I'll get my male out next time.
Or we can even do one in the daytime or something.
Yeah. We're trying to figure out how to.
If you guys wanted to do that, by all means. I mean, I could even broadcast. I'll broadcast from inside the lemur cage if you guys wanted.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
If you guys do a little bit earlier, anything before it. I mean, if you check when it's supposed to get sunset in Jackson, Michigan, give me about an hour to an hour and a half beforehand, because they're usually up having dinner, flying around. I'll throw a lawn chair in there with them, and I'll broadcast the whole thing right there for the inside their enclosure.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd definitely be cool. So you said like crocs, elephants, and big cats are like among your favorite to work with. But I noticed that you have you've had a lot of like primates and stuff. You've had marsupials. You wanna talk a little bit about what it's like working with those?
Yeah, so actually probably my first personal favorite animal I ever owned was we had a kangaroo for years named Boomer. It was the very first super exotic that we ever got. We hand raised him right in the house. He actually slept in our bed when he was a baby. He was in my wife's maternity photos when she was pregnant with our son. He was in our wedding photos. At one point, he was actually going to be our ring bearer until the church found out and shut it down. He was going to hop down the aisle and deliver our rings to us at the altar.
That would be awesome.
He actually passed away at about 3 years old. He got toxoplasmosis, which is a bacteria only carried by cats. We bought some hay from a different farm during a shortage, and we'd always try to be really diligent and said, hey, do you guys have cats? You know, and the guy, I don't know if he was just desperate for money, if he just didn't give a shit. Oh, no, we don't have any cats. Don't worry about anything like that. I said, okay, cool. Then about 2 weeks into it, we noticed it. By the time we got to the vet, it's 100% fatal. We like an incredible animal, but he would come to use my name, and I could pick him up and carry him, and he was a wonderful animal.
Yeah, even buying. See, I used to raise cattle, and even buying hay around here, most barn go to even load up your trailer with hay, you know, they'd have barn cats. You know, you'd see barn cats taking off. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we had to be very, very careful. Yeah, so be very, very careful with our exotics, where we get it from, and how we store our hay and everything. Like we even have sorry, I'm broadcasting in the car because I got a 2-year-old and an 8-month-old. They see me on the phone. They see me every person I'm calling is their grandparents. And on the phone, as soon as I'm video, I'm screaming out their up and grandma. But be very, very diligent. Normally, who we buy hay from, and be very, very careful.
Yeah.
I would never even think of that.
It was one of those things that before I had kangaroos and had stuff like that, I never did.
Yeah.
And before I honestly lost them, it actually opened up a whole new world to me on dangers of outdoor cats. And then all the that goes wrong with the world. And I never realized that I was directly affected by it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah. Outdoor house cats are definitely a pretty destructive species as a whole,
Well, top to bottom, if you look at it, domestic house cats or feral cats, whatever you want to call it, that is the number one most invasive species in the world next to human beings. They have caused the extinction of 52 different animals that are known.
Wow.
And they are a bane on existence. It's gotten so bad in Australia that Australia has declared like an open war, an open season in the colony to protect their animals. They've
and here.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you keep going. I was just gonna bring up our laws here in the U.S. because, it's. So for our outdoor business, we have a nuisance animal control permit. We are not allowed to trap. We are not allowed to trap cats. We're not.
And
it's illegal.
It's the most unbelievable thing in the world. I saw a thing today. A girl on Facebook posted. She was like, "My neighbor stole my house cat," and I was being a smart ass, and I said, "Your neighbor broke into your house and stole your cat?" And she's like, "No, it was outside." I said, "Was it in your yard?" She goes, "No." I said, "Then your neighbor didn't steal the cat."
At that point, you gave it up.
Yeah.
That's like me letting my dog outside without a leash. That's
the perfect example is the dog argument. If you have your dog outside without a leash, you get a nice fat ticket. But your cat can wander the neighborhood and nobody says a damn word to you. And if you what's that?
I said I have a crazy cat lady down the street, and there's literally 20 cats running around.
There's a lot.
I tell people all the time. I say, well, they'll tell us, they'll be like, "Yeah, my neighbor's cat over." All right, let's live trap it. We'll take it to the Humane Society. And they're like, "You can do that? Not as long as I put the live trap on your porch and not theirs." We probably trap and bring home close to 150 cats a year.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah, it's crazy because you're just. I think the reason you're not allowed to, they won't allow us to trap cats, is because you never know if they still technically belong to someone. You know what I mean? I think that was like their main argument.
I take this mentality to it. If your cat comes in my yard, it's now my cat. I pay taxes. I don't need your cat pooping in my flower beds or doing anything else. I'm not by any means advocating. I know some people are like, "Well, if the cat comes in my property, I put a ball between its eyes." I don't advocate for that at all. I know a handful of guys who'll take a cat if they catch it. They'll take a spray can. They'll spray paint an X on its back, just a small one to mark it, and they'll let it go. If that cat comes back on their property, then they take it to the Humane Society. That's the end of it.
You need to start taking sticky notes to them.
Sticky notes.
Back to the owner. Be like,
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
But like I said, it's destruction of property. If somebody's dog comes on your property, it's fair game because you could say whatever you want. Believe it or not, there's actually laws in Michigan that aren't enforced that says tracking or release are illegal.
Yeah. It's a.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah. You started breaking up there a bit.
It's better now, sir. I'm trying to make sure my signal stays strong.
Yeah, you kind of sound like a muffled robot almost. I don't.
Right, that a little bit better. I'm trying to talk closer to the microphone.
Little people can understand you, but it still sounds like distant.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Yeah, you're good.
Technology sucks.
When it comes to animals, I can tell you anything you want. When it comes to turning on a cell phone, I'm like asking a 90-year-old. I am the most technically inept person in the world.
It happens, for sure. But yeah, so we're kind of coming up on the hour here. But if you want to like get back with me and we can schedule something out for maybe like a midday stream, we can.
I would love to do that. I would love to have you guys have me on again. I love to be able to do this, talk to people about animals and stuff and whatnot. So if you guys are interested in it, I'd love to be back on. And
Yeah. We're
more technologically able than me. I've got buddies who understand things like that. They can help me out, so I'll get a little bit better stuff. Kind of explain to them, and we'll see what we can do.
Sounds good.
all right. Sounds good, man. Yeah, we'll definitely have you back on. We'll schedule something here for like a month out or something, and we'll go from there.
All right, gentlemen. You guys stay safe. We'll talk to you soon.
You as well.
All right. Thanks for joining us, man. It was fun.
Yep, take care.
See ya.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So, am I froze? I'm froze.
You're
Can you guys hear me?
There you are.
Oh, there we are. All right, that was super fucking weird. Like I even went like this and stretched real quick, and like I was still like sitting like this when I did that. It was so fucking weird seeing myself not move
It's
the
a
camera.
cell phone, man. It's a cell phone. You gotta get yourself a computer.
This thing's pretty dope though. It's a phone. It's like a computer that you hold in your hand. And you
Yeah,
call
it's
people.
nice and portable. But
Yeah, it's a portable
the computer. His Keith ain't froze.
No. Okay, so before you join, you missed like our whole conversation.
We're still live.
Yeah, we're still live. But before, yeah. Okay, so
I'm confused.
y'all, wait, we had a joke last week.
No,
We didn't have a joke last week.
What happened? What can happen last week?
Last week we just talked about the giveaway thing.
Yeah,
Which we
I think Josh. Yeah, which we honestly fucking are failing at right now. Like we.
Wait. Hey.
Okay, so we can't do the giveaway yet, guys, because we're still waiting on our order of shirts. Like I placed the shit like a week and a half ago, and like there's still like waiting to be fulfilled. Obviously, it's like delays of COVID, so like we're gonna hold off on the giveaway till like at least we get our shirts and like see how they look. For like, hey, you guys want one of these?
Your buddy yesterday that we were playing with. What do you say about the word escalate? That it wasn't.
Oh, escalate wasn't a word until the escalator was invented in like 1944 or something. 1940s, right? Isn't that what it said?
Yeah, it was 1940s. That was an interesting fact.
Yeah. Escalate wasn't even a real word, guys. Like, think about it. You couldn't even escalate an argument.
Hey, now I'll actually be able to see how fast my facial hair grows back. Because we do this every week. Let's see how quick it grows.
I've been watching my hair grow.
We'll just
every
at
week.
the end of it, we'll just do a time lapse, like a 1 second segment from every week, and it'll just be Josh's beard growing.
Dude, yeah, we could. We
Yes.
could do like a lot of cool. All right. All right, guys. Well, it's been fun. It's been real.
It's been
It's
quick.
been a little quick. Yeah, like all our streams, like since we're only doing this for an hour, kind of like
hour seems
keep
like
things still like
real fast. But
yeah, it's yeah. In reality, it's hard to keep unless like people are here like interacting with us. It's hard to keep like all their attentions for like an hour because people are like goldfish.
Speaking of
Not the
beard,
kind that you eat though.
speaking of beards, Conrad didn't play with his fake one all stream this time.
you sure?
No, I did. Actually, I did. You missed it like 100 times.
I
caught
didn't
myself.
notice it. I missed it every single time.
I caught myself. I fucking caught myself like each and every time. I'd be going like this for a few seconds. I'm like,
So we're gonna have a contest, Conrad. I shaved my beard last week. We'll see.
okay.
We'll see who can grow one quicker.
Conrad shaved his beard when he was 13 and still doesn't have one.
Yeah, embarrassingly enough, I haven't shaved this thing since like the beginning of the year. Yeah, it's probably been that long, and it's not even like it's there. Okay, so I took Charlie shut out the other day, right? I haven't shared any pictures because like I was trying to get like lighting and like the camera thing. Like I'm trying to learn it still, and it was still like kind of dark in my house when I was taking pictures. But like I had my shoulder, you could see some beard hair in my pictures. I'm like just in like the corner. I had to circle it and send it to Keith and Josh to prove that it was real because like on the stream, yeah.
All right, Conrad, what's next week's agenda?
Next week we have Jeremy Turgeon from Brassman Reptiles. Bassman, fuck my life. God damn it. I hope he's not watching this right now. All right. Yeah, he also works, he's the manager at Nerd New England Reptiles, but I think we're gonna be focusing on like his stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we might dabble in a little bit about like what he does other than that, but we're gonna be focusing on Brassman Reptiles. And he just released like a new video on his YouTube that Donnie filmed and like did some editing for him, and it's like 12 minutes of like, you guys would just have to watch it. It's very interesting though. If you guys watch it to the end, you see a snake room.
Yeah.
I could save you some time and tell you it's like the same, like it's like an intro, and every time it gets a little bit longer. Like it's 12 minutes of nothing but like an intro, and like it's just slowly edited to be longer and longer and longer and longer each time, so you don't even get like the full like 1 minute intro till you like watch at the very end. It's weird. It's weird how, yeah.
So I
I
can
don't know.
skip all the way to the end.
Yeah. You should honestly just probably, well, watch like the first 30 seconds to a minute to like
All right.
I have no idea what he's talking
Till
about.
next week.
Say bye, Conrad.
We'll see you guys later. Peace.